Hey everyone, welcome to Financial Ratios. Here we're going to be taking a look at liquidity ratios. So in other words, can the company meet its current obligations in the short term? We're going to take a look at three, probably most popular, definitely the most popular would be the current ratio. Okay, and that's the first question that we want to understand is what is the current ratio for 2014? So I've copied over my data. We have our income statement, our balance sheet. You also notice we have our 2014 compared to our 2013 numbers. And that's really important so we can take a look at whether or not these ratios are improving or they're deteriorating. So I'm just going to move this over here. Okay, we're just going to make a little chart here. So I have my current ratio here, and can even maybe make a little box here so we know these are our current. Okay. So for 2014, again, we have our nice formula here. We're going to be taking a look at our balance sheet. So we have current assets divided by current liabilities. Just remember it's current, not total. Okay, so we're always focusing on the current assets divided by our current liabilities. All right, wonderful. And we have it in 4 decimal places, just the way they want it. So now, the more information we have, the better. Okay. So now, typically, we do want a current ratio usually above 1 because that means that we have at least enough current assets to meet or pay for our current liabilities. However, this is close to 1, so it's not unreasonable. But now we really are going to start being curious because we want to know, well, is this number improving? Is this ratio improving or deteriorating? So really important to take a look at 2013 as well. So we're going to go ahead, again, do the same thing. We can just take that over, but just a reminder, okay, again, we took total current assets of 2013 divided by total current liabilities of 2013. Okay, so we're just shifting over our ratio to the previous year. Now, we can see this looks good because that means from 2013 to more recently, the 2014, we can see that the current ratio has actually improved. So that's good. And then you can see why more information is helpful. And again, later on, we'll talk about industry sort of standards, but right now we're just comparing the ratios in relation to year over year. So let's punch those in. Okay. My mouse is acting up. That's all right. Okay, quick ratio. All right, so quick ratio, again, these are all really similar liquidity ratios, except we're going to subtract our inventories. Okay, so in other words, we don't want to consider our inventory when we're trying to determine this sort of ratio. So because sometimes inventories we don't necessarily, we can sell them off and use that cash to pay for our current liabilities. But if you think about it, we still have to buy more inventory anyway. So if we have too much money in our inventory, too much of our asset or inventory, it doesn't necessarily mean that we can necessarily pay off our obligations. So again, sometimes we like to look at this as well. So in terms of the formula, again, we still have our current. This time we're going to put a little bracket, okay, because we have to deal with 2 on top of the numerator there. So we have our current assets. Okay, but now we're going to forget about our inventory. Okay, because we want to know, can we pay everything off and not have to worry about selling off our inventory. Okay. Now, of course, it will be obviously less than our current ratio, and that's fine. So really, again, we just want to see that change, whether or not it's improved or not. So quick ratio, so we have the numerator, current assets minus our inventories, okay? And then we're going to move and divide that all by our current liabilities. Okay? Again, we want to get that 4 decimal places. Wonderful. And again, we want to compare to 2013. All right. So again, it's improving, so that's good. I wouldn't really see any concern with that. That's great. So we like to see that. And that's the type of thing we want to start doing, at least internally. And that's why it's really important to have more data, maybe a little hint as to why you're running your hotel sims for 2 years. Okay, but yeah, the more data we have, the better analysis we can make. So let's punch that in. (2014), and then they want our 2013 numbers. Right, wonderful. And finally, cash. Cash is king. So cash, well, seems quite, I don't know if it's obvious, but your cash ratio is just going to be your cash over your current liabilities, okay? Now, this definitely is really dependent on the industry, okay? So imagine, if, for instance, in a hotel, the amount of cash versus credit that we receive is quite low, okay? Maybe you can determine, maybe in your sim, what is the percentage? And I'm getting a little distracted here. So let's stick to here. So let's take a look here, our cash. We're going to divide our cash by, again, our current liabilities. All right. And we will also bring that. Okay, and we're just going to, again, that's 2014, and now we're going to compare to 2013. Interesting. So this is actually, this specific liquidity ratio has deteriorated a little bit, okay? But again, not so much of a concern, because we wouldn't expect that. Again, in this industry, there's very few industries probably where a high cash ratio would be expected. And this would probably not be one. Okay, so move on. 2013. But what's important is that you actually monitor and take a look at the changes and maybe try and make some assessments as to what that means. And the more information you have, the more you can interpret and come to good financial decisions, or at least monitor what is relevant. All right, I'll let you take a look at this. Thanks for watching, and happy financing.